Reveal. Friday reveal. Reveal. Chris, are you happy that it's reveal day? Are you
Yes.
gonna do your? Are you gonna do the?
No, I have a little bit of a headache.
I thought it was sort of like Captain Lou Albano, because it's a little bit. Not, you know.
Yeah. You know something I just noticed today?
What?
How much smaller my hands are. Hold up your beer.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna hold up my beer. I'm gonna hold up my beer here, and now Chris, hold up your beer there. All right, now take it out of the picture, and then here's mine.
Well, show your knuckles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Ready? Here's okay.
okay.
Here's my beer, and here's yeah. Okay, now
See
show
how
again.
small my hands are?
Yeah. See. Hold on. No, you can't be in the same thing. Okay. Our friend Gil works at Coors, and he brought us some really big beers in case we need to mow a really big lawn one day.
He says this still counts as one beer.
Works for me. Wow. Hey, everybody. It's Friday, and it's reveal day. I love doing reveals. Are you having a good time with reveals still?
Yeah, this is like a retro reveal.
It's a little bit like it. Yeah.
But yeah, I like the reveals. I wished we had something new to show off this week. This is one of the first weeks, I think, since we started that we haven't had at least one finished product.
But it's a guitar that is revealable because we've never done a reveal with it. So I think that's okay. If you guys think it's cheating, well, I don't know. Come on, give me a break. So in the spirit of all of the reveal videos, before I shut up and get to the reveal, I want to show you guys something that I've been working on this week. Dude, it's way back here. Okay. This is a flying V for my friend Jim. Now, there's a kind of an interesting story behind this flying V, and that is that I only made the neck. This body was attached to a complete guitar that Jim's wife had made for him in 1985. And something went south with the neck. We don't know what happened, but something went haywire with the neck. And this is a Warmoth body. And what I did was I actually sunk the neck into the front pickup route there. This guitar weighs like nothing. So I sunk the neck into the pickup pocket there so we could get rid of the Fender style tongue thing that's usually out here impeding the wheedly-wheedlying, because Jim actually can wheedly-wheedling, even though I can't. So you can see there's two holes there that were evidence where the old neck screws would have gone, and we were able to scooch the neck. Actually, the neck is in exactly the same place as it was, because it's the same scale, I think. Or did we change the scale? Anyway.
No, it's the same scale.
Okay.
Because it was Fender scale.
Yeah, it was 25 and a half.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you can see we didn't shove, anyway. We just made it a little more accessible. And Jim had a Floyd on here, actually had a Strat trem on here originally. You can see the holes. And he had a Floyd put on, but he wanted us to recess the Floyd, and so we did. And then we had to make this pocket deeper. We had to redo his control cavity cover. But this is just sort of one of the cool custom little dealies that we can do because we're custom guitar builders. We're not guitar assemblers. Well, we're not always guitar assemblers. So anyway, that's a cool thing, and it's for my friend Jim. Will you put that over there? It's super light. Ah. Oh, I didn't know you had to get up to do that.
It's so...
Is it? Yeah, it's
so like neck. Yeah, it doesn't sit very well, so
okay.
I don't let it overhang anything that it's not. Yeah, I don't want it to fall off.
No, because well, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
So, are you guys ready for the reveal? Hey, shut up and do the reveal.
Even the opening's bigger, I think. Maybe it's optical illusion.
All right, let's shut up and get to the reveal. You guys ready for this? This is a really cool guitar, and it kind of means a lot to me. This is our version of the Gibson Moderne. Chris, do you know the story of the Gibson Modern?
I do, but go ahead and tell it, and I'll fill in.
Okay, so allegedly in 1958, the good people at Gibson Guitars built the Flying V, the Futura, which would later become the Explorer, and the Modern. All of them went over like a BLT at a bar mitzvah. They were wildly unpopular in 1958. And there's some talk of, did any of the Moderns ever actually get made? Did any of them actually get produced? Ted McCarty says, yeah, there were a bunch of them. A guy who has a case company said, yeah, I had one. Billy Gibbons claims to have one. And if he does, it's the holy grail of vintage electric guitars. Other people said, no, we never made them. Two guys who no one remembers worked at Gibson actually said they put one together one time, but no one knows who they are. They said they were never at the NAMM show that year, etc., etc. So they're a funny guitar. Who knows how many of them, if any, were made in 1958. Fast forward to 1982, 170 or so were made with the white limba, which you and Gibson might call Carina. And there was one in Amarillo, Texas, and I fell in love instantly with it because it was so ugly. But, you know, as a youngster in the early 80s, I couldn't afford to buy a wacky Gibson thing. Show the headstock. It's cuckoo crazy. This is... So fast forward from 1982 to 2018 or 19, I get a call from a guy, hey, would you be interested in building me a Modern? I'm going to finish it. I'm like, I've been waiting for somebody to ask me to do that for forever because I knew that once I did it, I would make one for me.
And that's exactly what happened.
Except the one that I built for me, my friend Jim, who's Flying V you just saw, loved it so much, he's like, I got to have it. Son of a bitch. So we had some mahogany laying around, and this fast forward another couple years forward, and this guitar was destined to be the one that I would build, that I got to keep at least for a little while. Mm-hmm. So let's walk everyone through walk everyone through the features and woods and stuff, Chris.
So it's mahogany?
Yep.
Okay. It's been so long since we built it. And that's one of the neat things about this is pulling it out of the case because I haven't seen it in a while. Or at least I haven't paid attention to it in a while. And when you're building them, you get a little too close to them sometimes.
Sure.
And it's cool to open the case and go, oh wow, that's a neat looking guitar. I forgot how cool that was. So I got to do that today. So mahogany body, set neck, mahogany neck. We've got pure juice humbuckers in it.
Pure juice humbuckers, yeah.
It's volume, tone. So master volumes for each pickup and a tone. 3-way switch. This has got our bridge on it. But this one is made out of titanium.
Ooh, wowie zowie.
Yeah, it's really aerospacey.
Yabble dabble.
What kind of fretboard is this?
I think that's black
poisonwood?
Poisonwood or something else.
Yeah, so black poisonwood.
It's brown.
Neck, 24 3/4 inch scale. Big Gibson style neck. It's
a 58 neck.
Yeah,
right?
It's a 58 neck. Yeah, crazy headstock. We've got our favorite tuners on it, Hipshot open tuners. It's got a couple of cool features here, though. You want to tell them about that?
Yeah, so let's talk about innovations on this one.
Okay.
The original Gibson came from the factory with all the tuners facing the way that they would say on a Les Paul. But I took a cue from a friend of mine who builds guitars named Alex at Zachary Guitars, and I don't know if he was the first person to do it, but I put the E tuners on upside down. Now, someone out there is going to be like, hey, you can't do that. You're not tugging against the gears right. Well, except for we strung it backwards. So the E strings go from the outside in rather than the inside out.
For a straighter string pull.
Yeah. Now, what's really cool about that is because everything's backward on the E's, it's exactly the same as on the A and the D and the G and the B.
Yeah.
So
when you tune it, you turn the knob the same way to get it to do the same thing.
But we did that because we wanted the strings to come as straight off the headstock as we could, and as you can see, they more or less do. Chris made those string tree and string guides, I guess you would call them, out of aluminum with stuff that he sourced locally. So that's our one big Modern innovation, which I think actually worked out surprisingly well.
Yep.
How much does it weigh?
It weighs 7.45 pounds, so about 7.5
It's actually
pounds.
for a guitar that seems as big as that does. It seems it's fairly light.
Yeah. It feels light. It's really well balanced. When I pulled it out of the case, I was looking at it. I'm like, man, this thing screams 1958. You know, it looks
In a
like
lot
a
of
giant
ways it
tail
does,
fin. It's super modern.
But get a load of the
looking.
burst that Chris did, especially on the back. The headstock is burst. The neck is burst. It's quite unbelievable. Really.
Bursts are one of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it turned out really cool, and I really like it. It's funny to play it because there's nothing up here.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like a stick, and at least
Yeah,
for
you
me,
once said
I
it's
find
like playing a
myself
stick.
really gripping it with my elbow, you know, to kind of anchor myself on it as opposed to anchoring it with my chest.
Yeah. So, what is the philosophy of use behind the Modern?
Well, I think
Well
there's a
done, ready?
couple.
1, 2, 3, ready? Okay, well, on the count of 3, you got yours ready?
Yes.
Okay, I got mine ready. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Eddie Money cover band. Come on, you didn't do it!
I was going to wait for you to say yours and then I'll
Turd!
say
No,
mine.
I thought we were both
Okay,
saying it at the
okay.
same time.
All right.
And we would say the exact same thing.
No.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, okay. Well, I already spilled the beans.
Eddie Money cover band?
Yeah.
Piss off Gibson. And really, I think those are flipped. I would do the Eddie Money cover band.
That's right.
It wasn't, I don't think that was the reason to build it, but that was the reason to finish it.
We took it to Summer NAMM.
Yeah, and it was kind of a rush to get it done in time to take it to and hopefully get some.
And some of the people from Gibson came by and saw it, and they were like, "Hey, that's cool." The new CEO walked right by it, looked right at it, didn't say a goddamn word.
No, and people were like, "You should have gone over and taken pictures of it."
And we
in
should
there," and
have,
we
but-
should have done that.
Should have, but didn't have.
Because we were chicken.
Yeah. Well, we were kind of doing stuff.
Yeah, we were. It wasn't like we weren't
No.
just hanging out.
But if you watch the Shaken video,
Yeah.
I think it's Shaken. The guitar player for the Eddie Money band has a Modern, although his is an Ibanez lawsuit Modern.
Oh.
So anyway, well let's hey, shut up and play the guitar. Oh, go ahead.
So I think really Ibanez is the first company that actually made them for sale.
Potentially, if if you believe the stories, then maybe.
So what do you think? Do you think they made them?
I think it's a more fun story to believe that they made them, and somewhere out there's some Moderns.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never see any of them, so it's a more fun story for me to think maybe they're really a real thing. What do you think?
I think that's true. There's a really good book called from Deke Dickerson called "The Guitar in the Attic," and he relates several stories of sightings in '58,
like Bigfoot sightings
in Texas towns.
Okay.
And apparently the Gibson sales guy used to travel by train, and he was looking to offload some of his samples. And a guy bought a Futura, which was and still had it.
Oh, that was right. It was in his car.
It was in his car in the window.
For
He got
years.
pissed off at somebody and just shoved it in the back package tray, and it rotted there. And then he threw it in the trunk. But anyway,
Wow.
he recalls seeing something that he said looked like a broom.
I've heard that. Yeah, the broom. Yeah.
Yeah, and that the guy he bought the Futura, and the guy loaded up and took off for further down the road and possibly
Into Old Mexico?
well, no, he didn't go there, but
Oh.
but the idea that somebody bought it and then that's where it ended up is probably it's as good a story as any.
I think, like I said, I think it's a more fun story if you start with the assumption that there's some floating around out there, and that's a neat thing.
Yeah. Well, and they had drawings for them. I don't see why they didn't make any of them.
Wouldn't be that tricky
They made
to-
the other ones.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway, yeah.
Well, hey, shut up and play the guitar. So somebody out there might want to buy this. Let's plug it in real fast and let everyone know that it does, in fact, make noise. Okay, that's right, the jack is on there. And so we did 3 of these.
For a while,
And
we were in the Modern building
we
business.
were, yeah, there's a blog on the website about Matt's Modern, I think. This is a surf guitar, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's
I get all nervous.
Why? You rock.
No, here you play it.
Well, hold on. There's a beverage here, man. I like to sit the crotch in the.
You like to scissor the guitar?
So what? So which pickup is that? That's the bridge.
It's the bridge.
Why do I have to play the super high gain channel? Oh, that's right, because I don't play well with through the. Did Brett ever play this guitar on stage?
No, he played it at Texas Toast Days for Something Lousy Guitar Player.
Oh, that's right. Okay, the tone control works on
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
Woo! Yeah, Matt, you suck. Okay, so the Modern works. I don't know what we're calling this. I think we're still calling this the Modern. And if you want to have this be your guitar, it's available for purchase right this second on the Texas Toast website. And of course, that is www.texastoastguitars.com. We will put a link in the description below, where you can go and buy this guitar right now. It ships with a case, and it's, I don't know, I can't remember what it is, but it's shipped in the continental United States, and it's a relative bargain compared to original 1958 Moderns. So, guys, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you appreciate content like this, you might want to consider going over to our Patreon page and becoming a member. Even $1 a month goes a long way to helping us bring you guys fun videos like this where Chris and I can talk about guitar history. I kind of liked today's.
Yeah.
It was more fun because there was a little story
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guitar that may never have been.
Yeah.
But then was.
The
historic reissue of a guitar that might never have been.
There's a there. So if you can't do Patreon, though, we totally understand. Just like and share this video as many places as you can and help us grow the channel that way. So until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that life is short. You might as well have a cool guitar like this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Are we going to jump a belt sander now?
We might.
Evel Knievel belt sander?
Belt sander.